go yard. Your baby mama tryna co-star to the top Bogart. In the West where my bros are, shooter move around like a Coast Guard. Go talk, long money niggas show talk. Transaction by the boat dog, we grew up on show dog. All these bitches got their clothes off. God made us, we don't live by no law. Nigga, this is go talk. Getting high till I doze off. When the world cry, wipe the rose off. I'm moving with a tribe, I don't know y'all. Shooter came alive with a phone call. Look, my shooter came alive with a phone call. Never hesitate to pull up on y'all. Niggas fell off, they was fake, that ain't no law. Since I got money, all these hoes keep their clothes off. Baby ass up before I hit, take the pole off. Shoes on my rug, no go, cutting toes off. Cousin left a body in the grass when he drove off. I was in class thinking about getting lows off. Coming through the cash got me feeling like a goat. Take them dirty bands, about to put them in some soap. You was in the stands, I was somewhere on the floor. Pulling up like MJ, nigga, check the scope. Go talk, long money niggas show talk. Transaction by the boat dog, we grew up on show dog. All these bitches got their clothes off. God made us, we don't live by no law. Nigga, this is go talk. Getting high till I doze off. When the world cry, wipe the rose off.
Watching the videos tonight.
Moving with a tribe, I don't know y'all. Shooter came alive with a phone
Better
call.
view. About to blow it up in just a moment. I have a very good friend who I sent the stream to get some feedback, who is pretty prominent in the podcast media space. And the one thing that he told me was, you need to get a better camera, bro. And so I did today, got a better camera. The other camera I had was what I had, and I just said YOLO and went with it. But I went and got an actual camera to do this, and here we are. So the stream should look better. I wanted to start in with some music. Since it's still not up on stream yet, I want to encourage you to go to even.biz and buy the album Your Boy vs. Rich Rocka. I was just running Goat Talk, but I want to encourage you, if you're just getting in here, please like, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with somebody, tell somebody to join the stream. Going to be looking at a couple cool things, talking about some stuff. I'm actually going to be taking a trip in 2 weeks, officially 2 weeks from tomorrow. I'll be heading down to South America, and so I'm going to be actually talking about that and booking some of, going to be looking at hostels tonight. I need to find a hostel for when I go to Puerto Iguazu. So I'm going to do that. But please, if you're just getting in here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I got a new camera, so you should be able to see me better. I should look better, even though the screen is on here. I'm going to run this track back one more time. This has been my favorite song lately. I've been listening to it every day. I wake it up. My favorite part is, honestly, it just, he says, this is all I speak is go talk. It just drips off the tongue. Honestly, I picked it up when I was young, riding around with a drum like the other hard-headed young where I'm from. I love that bar. So I'm gonna run this back one more time. Please share the video, ask somebody to join in, text somebody to stream. We're gonna talk about a couple cool things, talk about actually someone who passed away today. And then also too, got some planning to do for my trip in 2 weeks. Got a new camera though. So we're running the new camera on the stream on the new camera. Tell me how you guys like it. So I'm gonna run this back one more time because it's not on streaming yet. So I can't get flags, I don't think.
Nigga.
But let's go ahead and run this one more time. I encourage you to go to even.biz and get the album Your Boy vs. Rich Rocka. It's dope. Hella tracks on there. If you're a fan at all of his music, you'll love the album.
Go talk, long money niggas show talk. Transaction by the boat dog, we grew up on show dog. All these bitches got their clothes off. God made us, we don't live by no law. Nigga, this is go talk. Getting high till I doze off. When the world cry, wipe the rose off. I'm moving with a tribe, I don't know y'all. Shooter came alive with a phone call. All I speak is go talk. It just drifts off the tongue. Honestly, I picked it up when I was young. Tinted windows, riding around with a gun like the mother hard-headed young niggas where I'm from. They don't care about the homicides in the slums. It's the God in us, we decide who gets done. Had a shoebox full of bands, I was young. I done seen miracles expand from the tongue. Yeah, I done took it so far. Make a movie in this go yard. Your baby mama tryna co-star to the top Bogart. In the West where my bros are, shooter move around like a Coast Guard. Go talk, long money niggas show talk. Transaction by the boat dog, we grew up on show dog. All these bitches got their clothes off. God made us, we don't live by no law. Nigga, this is go talk. Getting high till I doze off. When the world cry, wipe the rose off. I'm moving with a tribe, I don't know y'all. Shooter came alive with a phone call. Look, My shooter came alive with a phone call. Never hesitate to pull up on y'all. Niggas fell off, they was fake, that ain't no law. Since I got money, all these hoes keep their clothes off. Baby ass up before I hit, take the pole off. Shoes on my rug, no go, cutting toes off. Cousin left a body in the grass when he drove off. I was in class thinking about getting lows off. Coming through the cab got me feeling like a goat. Take them dirty bands, about to put them in some soap. You was in the stands, I was somewhere on the floor. Pulling up like MJ, nigga, check the score. Go talk, long money nigga show talk. Transaction by the boat dog. We grew up on show dog. All these bitches got their clothes off. God made us, we don't live by no law. Nigga, this is go talk.
All right, so like I said, I just wanted to run that up while we were waiting for some people to get in here. Man, this is vibrant. You can really see me, huh? Yeah. All right. So here, I might as well, since you can actually see it now, let me go ahead and plug the light in and see if that looks anything cool. All right. One day we'll talk about that logo a little bit, but for now, it just looks cool. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So welcome everybody to the stream. Like I said, I actually have a friend who is in media, who is pretty prominent with podcasts and media all over the place, and Los Angeles especially. I sent him the stream, and his number one recommendation to me was to get a better camera, and I did. So I went and got a new camera today. So as you can see me in much better view. I mean, at least I believe you can. You know what I can do now? Now that this camera looks better. Oh shoot, that's what it's saying. It's bottom. Okay. So just want to go ahead and encourage you guys to please share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Still getting better at saying that. I want to welcome everybody in here. If you are just getting in here, the thumbnail and the title was talking about the explosion that that Volcan De Fuego just had, and I wanted to play some video and react to it. And my channel is not necessarily all about like music or Bay Area stuff. I love to travel. I have like a straight wanderlust, and so I plan to make a lot of my own personal, a lot of my own personal content, a lot to do with traveling. However, I'm not really planning on making like, here's what you can expect when visiting blah blah blah, and I'm not trying to do overviews. Like, I'm going to do edits and react in real time to some of my stuff. Hopefully I can, what I would like to do is maybe plan a trip with some of the people from the chat that really want to get involved with traveling. Maybe you haven't, maybe you've been scared to go places, maybe you thought about it. I'm not just going with anybody, trust me. I'm not taking anybody on as a responsibility, but if there are a couple people that I get to know through the chat, and maybe we can plan something that would be pretty dope to plan an excursion, go do something wild, crazy, while I still can, man, while still feeling young. Not saying that I am young, but while I'm still feeling young. So I want to encourage you again to please like the video, subscribe to the channel. The first thing I wanted to talk about tonight again was the eruption at Volcan de Fuego that happened on March 9th. So it happened on March 9th. However, it's just got circulated around onto social media. And so I have a stream that I pulled up. This video stream is on a channel that I'm subscribed to that has a lot of the volcano footage live. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that screen right now, and I want to show you guys. So on my last stream, I discussed going to Acatenango, and when you're at Acatenango, you see Fuego. Now, one of the things I didn't really share, because it's it doesn't make me look bad, but it's not the same, is that when you go to Acatenango, you are right there next to Volcan de Fuego. And let me make sure everybody can see this. Let me pull it up. See, this is what I got my phone here for. Let me make sure everybody's got it. Yeah. Okay. So when you go to Acatenango, you are camped out across from Volcan de Fuego. However, there is like an excursion at night. There's an excursion when you get there that other people continue to take. So like those people like Johan, who was actually who's more fit than I am. When I went to the camp, I had to start resting there. When he got to the camp, he went on additional hike, like another hour hike there, hour hike back. And what they did was they hike up to this ridge right here. So usually you can actually hike and go see Volcan de Fuego from this ridge. And when it spews, it usually just spews a little bit, comes down this side, it goes down that side, flowing that direction away from what we're looking at. However, when this eruption happened just the other night, and again, this is from a live camera that is posted up there, and I'm gonna go to the footage this morning of what it kind of looks like, and then the current live footage we're gonna look at. But this is when Volcan de Fuego was going off on March 9th, and again, there might have been, there wasn't, because I think it happened at night, so there was no casualties, nothing like that. They evacuated hundreds of people in the area, but right here is usually where people are like literally hanging out to watch it go off, to see a little spew. It looks crazy. I've seen, video footage of that, but this is the eruption that happened just the other night. It was so massive. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Here comes the big eruption right here. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. So if you would have been standing on a ridge right here, you would have been so screwed. It would have normally been an amazing sight to see and be right there, but look at that, people. That is crazy. So we're gonna look at the aftermath in just a few moments, what it looked like in the daytime the next morning. So I just thought it was so crazy that I had literally just done a stream about Volcan de Fuego, about climbing Acatenango, hiking Acatenango, and then this eruption we see take place. I mean, this is insane. So I definitely had to pull this up. And right now, as of the current, from what I was reading, because I checked up before I came on stream, there isn't any like evacuations in the area as far as immediate evacuation. Like they don't see a further eruption. Like it's not gonna be like a mount, like a Vesuvius type of thing. But this is a massive eruption. I guess they hadn't really had an eruption for almost 2 months. So for like 2 months, there hadn't been much. Which, if you have seen any of like a caldera or kind of like how the pressure system works, so what happens, and there's a video that I watched that maybe I should pull it up, and to shows a really good illustration of what happens when some of the volcanoes erupt. But this being in Central America, and this, I think on the last stream I said this is one of South America's most active volcanoes. It's in Central America, so this is Central America's most active volcano. But what I'm going to go to next is actually where I'm going in 2 weeks. But yeah, look at this eruption. This is crazy. So we're gonna look at the aftermath of what this looks like the next day, or well, it's not just the next day, but there's still, it's not done yet. So please just continue to watch. This is crazy. Again, this is coming from the Afar TV YouTube. This camera is mounted there. It's live. There is a live stream going, but this was the eruption that captured on March 9th. Wait for it. It's gonna You're gonna see even more right now. Watch. This gets crazy. Let me make sure I'm in the highest quality. There we go. I might look better now. And if you're just getting here, please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel, please, if you're not already subscribed. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before I take off on my trip. Again, we're looking at the eruption of Volcan de Fuego, Central America's most active volcano, and it had I just talked about hiking up Acatenango, witnessing the eruption myself from across the way, and just a night later, almost the same night, there was this massive eruption. Look at this. Here it goes again. Wow. Look at that lava spewing out. That is insane. Again, there are people that normally, when you go to hike Acatenango, they hike up this ridge right here and they stand right here and they look at the volcano because there's usually small eruptions, little bit of lava flowing out. This massive eruption was unheard. Look at that. Look at that plume. Look at the lava flowing going up. Oh my God, that is insane. And to think that I was literally across from that at one point, I would have been scared shitless, boy. Oh my God, look at that. That's nuts. Wow. And it's just like, you never know when it's going to happen. So, what's crazy about this is I'm literally taking a trip in 2 weeks. And where I'm going to a wedding for my best friend, one of my closest friends. I'm going to his wedding. And when I go there, I am going to literally be staying next to South America's most active volcano, Volcan Villarrica. Volcan Villarrica is the name of it. So to just kind of watch this and see what's happening, and there have been a lot of eruptions around the world of volcanoes. Look at this. Look at that. It's not done yet. That is insane. And once again, we're going to look at the aftermath of what that looks like on the mountain afterwards. Um, from what I've heard, I haven't heard any reports of any casualties. They have evacuated some people out of the area, but this eruption was crazy. And again, to think that I was standing just across from that at one point is pretty insane. So here is a look at what it looks this morning. So this is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of what all that lava coming out looks like. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane to see? This is actually a live stream. We can go live. When I click live, it'll go to the current live, what's currently happening. But this is crazy to me. Like what that looks like, that's all the lava that came flowing out of that eruption. It's insane. So if you go there today, like I said, people normally hike this ridge right here. So maybe they would have been okay, would have been scared shitless. And then down at the bottom, there's actually a ravine down there that's down there. And I think that if you were to be down in that ravine, there probably was lava flowing at that time. So if you're just joining us, we were just watching the eruption of Volcan de Fuego. Wow, we got 6 people in here. Please like the video. This is the most people I've ever had at one time. I got a new camera today. So we are watching the eruption of Volcan de Fuego. If anybody wants to participate in the chat, if you want me to go back and play the eruption again, I'll do it. If you guys are in here and want to like and subscribe to the channel, please, trying to grow my subscribers. We're talking about the eruption of Volcan de Fuego. I'm about to hit live on this live camera to go what it looks like right now. So let's see here. So, okay, so you can see there's a little bit of lights on one of the mountains, nothing right here. But again, we were just watching the live eruption of that. Actually, let me see if I can pull that back up. Here we go. So this is what it looked like. All right, here's what it looked when it went off. So that was the aftermath that we were just looking at. Here's what it looked like when it went off. So this is what I was doing right now. So again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, participate in the chat. Just looking at the aftermath of the explosion from Volcan de Fuego, it was pretty insane. This eruption has been one of the largest eruptions that's happened. But again, I just did a stream talking about my experience hiking up Acatenango, and then for this eruption to happen literally the same night, if not the next day, is pretty insane. So this eruption has been really, really big in the area. I wonder because, like I said, usually there's people that hike this ridge right here. When you climb Acatenango, you're allowed to go hike this ridge to get close to Fuego, but it can erupt. And so I wonder if they're going to continue to if they're going to continue to have the trips to that part of the volcano. And like I said, one of the craziest things for me is that where I'm going in 2 weeks, I leave to I'm going to Pucón, which is in Chile. And I should have worn my Pucón shirt for this stream. Actually, I didn't even think about it. But it's next to Volcan Villarrica, which is the most active volcano in South America. So it is kind of crazy. I'm going to be doing some lives and some videos there. So I encourage you to please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it if you haven't already. But I'm going to be doing some lives there from Pucón next to Volcan Villarrica. And so if you guys want me to, I'll take the trip up the mountain and maybe try and do a stream from the top of Villarrica because the Villarrica is the South America's most active volcano. This is Volcan de Fuego that just went off the other day. Again, I'm traveling in 2 weeks. I'll be leaving to go to Pucón, Chile, where Volcan Villarrica is. And so it's kind of got me a little nervous. I'm kind of a little nervous to go down there when there's been so much activity. But hey, you only live once, right? So gotta take advantage of that. Anyways, So that was that. Like I said, here was the aftermath this morning of what it looked like this morning after something like that happens. It's really crazy to see. And so here is the aftermath the next day of what it kind of looks like. This is a live video, but it's just from this morning. So this is literally 12 hours ago. And so it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to see. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. I want to welcome everybody else who's here on the stream. We started out with a little bit of music. I played "Goat Talk" by Rich Rocka from the new Your Boy verse Rich Rocka album. And so I got a new camera today. What you're looking at right now is me in a higher resolution. So hopefully, no one is turned off by that. Just kidding. But if you're here, please subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we're constantly growing. I'm really trying to get more subscribers, so I really need your guys' help to please spread the word about this channel. I'm talking about traveling, talking about wine occasionally, life, different things that I'm dealing with. Also, too, I'm growing a brand right now, and so I'm currently in the process of filing trademarks, which I've already filed. The first ones came back rejected. The next ones are coming back. So on top of watching this stream and finding out about traveling in my life, things that are going on in the Bay Area, Sacramento, Northern California, you're also going to watch me build a business in real time, which I think is pretty fun. On top of that, I have dreams and aspirations of doing stand up comedy. However, I want to use this stream to kind of build that platform up some. So I do plan on having like a comedian friend come in, help work with me on teaching me how to write a joke before I go do like my first open mic, which hopefully at my first open mic, I can get a lot of you guys to show up. So rather than having to stand outside and do what they call barking or, promoting, I can just get you guys to follow me over there. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I did want to cover a couple other things real quick because I feel like one of the things for me is because I do travel, I like to get engulfed in other places in the world, like kind of what's going on in their world. And so one of the places that I've been to a lot is Chile, mainly because my best friend lives there now, right? And so I'm going down for a wedding, and it's not my friends. My friends know what I'm doing; they support what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's not up to me to divulge all their business, anything like that. But it is cool to talk about traveling and going down there. So, like I said, I'm going down for my best friend's wedding, and where I'm going is Pucón, Chile. It's a pretty cool little town. They call it the heart of the south of Chile. So, the heart of the south of Chile, and mainly because it is in the Patagonia, Chile region. It is down south, and it is kind of like, if I can describe it best, it is sort of the Lake Tahoe of Chile, and so it's where a lot of people vacation. It's where a lot of families go, where some have roots, and so one of the things that recently happened in Chile was that they actually lost one of their entrepreneurial magnates. And so the person that I'm talking about, his name was Horst Pullman. And Horst Pullman, as I am talking about him, was it was all over the news today. So I was I'm subscribed to I follow a couple of Instagram pages in Chile, and Horace Paulman was the third richest, but at one time was the richest man in Chile, and he started the largest supermarket, which ended up becoming the largest retailer, and then a conglomerate off of that, after being like a refugee to Chile. And so I think his life is pretty amazing. We're reading some of the facts. I did pull up someone who kind of went through his life and did that, but since my channel is in English, I thought it would be fun because when I searched his name today for his passing to kind of like get some information, everything was in Spanish, and it actually made the Chilean CNN. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna translate this video while I'm watching it to talk about the life of Horst Pullman. Okay, and so this is a test stream on something like this, getting news from around the world because we hear about everything here. I think it's fun to take a peek into the life of other places and other countries, and I think it's interesting that this is what's going on in there. It was big news. This would be like if Bill Gates passed away, or if Warren Buffett passed. It would be like this is how that he would have gotten the coverage. So since I'm going to Chile, I thought it would be fun to talk about this a little bit and read about or hear about the life of Horst Pullman. So once again, kind of for copyright reasons and because it's in Spanish, I figured it would be cool for me to just translate what he's saying. So it says to talk about George Paulman is to talk about retail, to talk about CCO sued, and it also means to talk about the Constanera Center. It is also to refer to a very particular style of retailing in this business. Oh, and sorry, hang on one second. Let me back up. I'm sorry. Didn't share it with you guys, huh? Boom. Okay. Particular style of relating in the business world with also different sectors of power and even of a person who, despite all his fortune, would unexpectedly and without warning go. And so this is Horst right here. This is obviously like, their stock exchange. And it says go to the Jumbo or Paris stores to see how the clients and also the workers were doing. Horst Pullman is really a very particular businessman, and the economic agenda of this Tuesday is, of course, marked by his death at the age of 89. What are the main aspects of his business life? Also, are example of his style and also the legacy he leaves behind. Fernando Moya tells everything. And then here's Fernando Moya going in. It's going to talk about him right here. It's a Saturday afternoon, and without warning, Horst Pullman Kima appears at the Jumbo in Concon. The third richest man in Chile is greeted by children and workers, an example of what the style of the businessman who died this Tuesday at the age of 89 was like. Fortunately, his farewell was peaceful while he was sleeping. We are left with the consolation of knowing that he rested without suffering. Fleeing from World War II in 1948, he reached the other side of the Andes at the age of 13. So he fled World War II, and then came to Chile at the age of 13. So remember that. He's coming as a refugee of World War II at the age of 13, and here it goes. So on the other side of the Andes, at the age of 13, he began as a telephone operator in Buenos Aires and worked later with his father making cribs and wooden toys. In 1952, his family bought a restaurant in Temuco, which he took over after the death of his father 2 decades later at age 40. So I think that's pretty cool because at the age of 40 is really when he stepped in and got his start in business. And I'm only 30 something, 30 ish. And so, it's pretty cool to hear that even at a later age, someone jumped in, decided to go out for themselves. That's what we're doing here with this channel, building something up, building up. So I think it's pretty cool to hear about this. So 13 years old, leaves World War II as a refugee, comes over, works in Buenos Aires, Argentina, works with his father, and then he later gets this restaurant that was left to him at the age of 40 years old. So he starts at 40 years old with the restaurant, and it said it was in Temuco. The fun thing about that is I'm going to Temuco. So I'm going to actually go to the city where the legacy of Horst Pullman began. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm literally flying to Temuco in 2 weeks and 2 days. And then from Temuco, I'll be in Pucón and Villarica. So again, this is where this man started at 40 years old. So at age 40, at age 40, Pullman opened the first jumbo supermarket on Kennedy Avenue in Santiago with 4,000 square meters. It was the largest store in Chile at the time. It was the beginning of the current CCO SUD, starting with a small business in Temuco. He managed to build one of the largest and most prestigious retail companies on the continent, always concerned about the well-being of employees and their families. So that's pretty cool. From an immigrant refugee all the way to building the largest store, the largest retail store at the time in the continent, it said. So I think that's pretty cool. And it said that he constantly was worried about the well-being of his family, of his employees and their families. So let's see here. While the businessmen are doing well, the people are doing well too. University studies or formal training in administration, his nose for business led to expand into Argentina, Brazil, Peru, and Colombia. It was the first Chilean group to enter the competitive Brazilian market, with Force turning it on one of the most relevant conglomerates in Latin America retail, with an income of over $14 billion a year. He is a creative entrepreneur, not an innovator. Creator, he generates new companies, and that is a school that was developed in our country. He was a true teacher to many, to entrepreneurs. His contribution was to contribute to the economic development and job creation in the country. He is someone who always opened the door to SMEs and entrepreneurs in Chile, and in an industry that is very difficult, such as retail, such as supermarkets. I think George Paulman took the time, as always, to find access for thousands of entrepreneurs who probably contacted him every day. For many, the tallest building in South America was its greatest challenge. Construction began in 2006. Operations were expected to begin in 2010. However, it was the symbol of Chile of the global economic crisis when work was halted in early 2009, leaving 5,000 workers unemployed. The descent begins at the end. The same year, construction resumed in a Chile that was beginning to reemerge from the crisis. A symbol, on one hand, of the reactivation of the country is taking, but also implies take charge of how we are improving the employment situation of workers. Another example of his particular work style, occurred in April of 2016 when Santiago was hit by a frontal storm. The businessman was seen in the street helping to prevent the passage of water in the parking lots of Constanera Center, removing water and debris from underground of the venue. Well, here I am with my tongue hanging out because we are working here as Ed Have You, a man whose legacy is synonymous with work effort and transformation. His vision and commitment to the growth of our country will always be remembered and valued. Currently, the leadership of the group falls largely on the two of his sons, Manfred and Peter, who led the boards, and blah 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 blah. So okay, so that was just about like the holdings and I guess what happens to the company now. I do want to keep going. Let's see here. I kind of want to get into this other video because this other video I think was pretty cool. So I found this other video that was in English, and we're gonna go ahead and listen to that. I'm not gonna be reading, but I think that's pretty amazing, man. I think it's dope that at the end of the day, you know, to be the one of the richest people in the world, and as we're seeing now in America. And again, I don't get into politics and stuff like that. I don't plan to, and you know, I don't care to discuss any of that. But we literally have watched the demise of what was one of the most popular and the richest man in the world, and popular in America, to now like being so unpopular, politically divided. But yet, this man who made it all the way to 89 years old, who left a legacy behind, he built one of the largest buildings or he built the tallest building in the country, maybe even in the continent. I think this next video talks about it, but I think that's pretty amazing. And to leave behind a legacy of work effort is pretty special. And so, once again, I definitely want to go ahead and click here. And there's a reason why I said my Chilean Uncle Horst has passed. I'll get into that in a moment. But we're going to listen to this. So this is an episode. This guy, I just found his channel recently, Dr. Paul Chan. He is keeping a tally of self-made billionaires. So this is 174. I think it's pretty cool. We're going to learn some stuff here. 7 lessons to learn from Horst Pullman, the refugee immigrant to the richest Chilean. I think that's a pretty cool life to gain some lessons from. So let's go ahead and do that. So right
Episode
here.
174, Horst Pullman, from refugee immigrant to richest man in Chile. 7 lessons. This is an outline of.
All right. So here's the outline of the episode. So he was a visionary. He started very small, just like this chat. It says start strawberry. You'll learn about that. Work, work, work. Think biggest, tallest building, shopping mall. So he's the tallest building, the largest shopping mall. His South American empire is no accident. His company is a conglomerate now, and he's willing to fight anyone, which is kind of cool to say. But I think that really refers to what we heard in that last video, that he actually was willing to go and try and enter into Brazilian markets, Peruvian markets. And there's a lot of different things you learn when traveling through South America. The feelings of, you know, Argentinians versus Chileans versus Brazilian. Like, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of history that we don't get, we don't ever learn about. And so, you know, to have this life, gain some lessons from, to learn a little bit from. I think it's pretty special. So let's go ahead and hear a little bit more about his life and the lessons there. So again, talking about Horst Paulman, because he just passed away. He was at one time the richest man in Chile. He built one of the largest retail outfits and everything. And so it's a little bit more about his life and his come up.
Lesson number 1, he's a vision.
Okay, so he says hypermarket. He means supermarket.
Episode 174.
So he says lesson number 1, he is a visionary. In 1976, he introduced hypermarket to Chile supermarkets. He is decades ahead of his thinking.
He's a visionary. In 1976,
so I've actually been to this center in Chile. It is a huge mall. It is huge, and it is the largest shopping center in the country, if not the continent. So, to have walked through there and not even have known anything about the man who built it, it's kind of cool now to hear that he just passed away and hear all about his legacy and what
he introduced hypermarket to.
So there were no supermarkets at the time. They were just kind of like your local bodegas. So in the other episode, and the other thing that we watched, they talked about how they own Las Brisas, and Las Brisas was a restaurant in Temuco, which is where I'm flying to in 2 weeks. And so they turned that restaurant into a supermarket, and he introduced supermarkets to the country. So
Chile.
This is pretty cool to learn that.
Lesson number 2.
And this is what I think is a cool lesson right here. So this lesson number 2, start small, start strawberry, is about how they took the local restaurant and turned it into a supermarket.
Small, start strawberry. In 1961, the Paulman brothers were running Las Brisas restaurant. They were running a bar and working till 3 a.m. every.
And I'm gonna read this just so he's gonna read it, but I want to go ahead and say, so they were running the restaurant, working every night, and then someone brought them strawberries. They sold the strawberries. The next day they brought them walnuts. They sold the walnuts. Then they decided, you know what, let's close the restaurant and turn it into a supermarket. And that's how supermarkets were literally.
A friend brought him some strawberry for sale. In half an hour, he sold all the strawberry. Next day, someone bought him walnut, and he sold them out too. So the Paulman brothers decided.
Look at that. So that's the Las Brisas. What was the Las Brisas restaurant? They took that little restaurant and turned it into a market. Then they took that market and they turned it into the largest retailer in Chile. I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. And so he just passed, and that's why we're talking about this. If you're just getting in here, participate in the chat, like the video, subscribe to the channel, please. I'm getting ready to travel to Chile in 2 weeks, so that's kind of why I'm on this. I'm actually going to Temuco, where this restaurant was. If it's still there, if the supermarket's still there or anything like that, I will definitely make sure to go and take a picture and follow up on this stream about that. So they changed their restaurant
and turned
to
it into a supermarket. That's number 3.
So work, work, work. He's a tough boss and feared by his employees. Every week he had people quit, and he wanted them to come back for work to work.
Work, work, work. He's a tough boss and is feared by his employees. Well, his answer is every week he has people who quit Cencosud, his company, and wanted to come back and work for him. He started working at the age of 13. Now,
and he just passed away at the age of 89.
69 years. Lesson number 4.
So he made 76 years of working. Okay, so this is one of the things that I did not know about Horst, and this is pretty cool to find out. He built the largest building in Chile, which I've seen in Santiago.
Built the tallest building in South America.
Okay, so it's the tallest building in South America. I've seen this building. I've been outside of this building. I've walked around it. It is pretty amazing to see. It's an amazing building.
Costanera Center, el hito comercial y arquitectónico más imponente de Santiago.
So it's the tallest building and the largest.
He also owns the largest shopping mall in South America.
I've been there. So there's the tallest building in South America he built, which is, this is a rendition of it. And then and I'll get videos of this while I'm there. That way I can a picture of it. Actually, I don't even plan to go into Santiago. But that's the shopping center. I've been through there. I actually have some video I can take and load of it.
Un impresionante mall de 6 niveles con más de 200 locales comerciales.
Yeah, that's it being built.
Actualmente son cientos de personas que se encuentran involucradas directamente con el proyecto.
And now I kind of want to go to the top of this building. It'd be pretty sick to go to the top of Grand Torre.
Lesson number 5. His South American empire is no accident. He first expanded to Argentina in 1982. In 1985, he built the largest shopping mall in Argentina, Unicenter. Lesson number 6. His company, Cencosud, is a conglomerate now.
We'll just watch the
Besides
last of this,
shopping malls and hypermarket,
just
his
showing you
empire
how
includes
big
home
it's grown.
centers, an insurance brokerage, family entertainment centers, and a travel agency.
Pretty amazing to go from an immigrant refugee to all of this, really because you just care about hard work. And that's what the way they're speaking of him. You know what I mean? It's like he's spoken of
Juegos,
in high
Aventura
high
Center,
regard,
con
which is
pistas de bowling para la
how I would
entretención
want to be remembered
familiar.
if I was.
Lesson number 7.
living.
Willing to fight anyone. In 1976, he fought his elder brother, Jürgen Paulman, broke the contract, started his own hypermarket Jumbo. In 2009, he fought with Walmart and won, and purchased Carrefour of Colombia for $2.6 billion. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
That's crazy. So again, I just feel like that's a life that can be gleaned from, some lessons, some things that I'm taking to heart in that myself. That's definitely a life well lived. And so, with that being said, one of the reasons I actually talked about that little video out of her going to call anything like that. So yeah, but anyways, I just wanted to do that because, like I said, originally I thought it was cool too, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. The last thing I want to talk about real quick is my trip in 2 weeks when I go to Chile. Like I said, I'm flying out there. I'm going to be going to a wedding. And then after that, I'm going to be doing some backpacking. Well, the whole time I'm going to be backpacking. So just as a shared information, let me share something with you. So when I say I am going backpacking, that is because literally all I am taking to travel for 10 days in Chile and Argentina is this backpack. Now, this backpack can hold a lot more clothes than it looks like and a lot more stuff than it looks like, but this is what I'm going in. This is because I like traveling. I like to travel cheap. And so when you book a flight that comes with a free personal item, rather than like a necessarily a carry on, this fits inside of that personal item, but it is totally and I wish Core was a sponsor, so I'm not gonna fully give them, but it is totally a bag that is so built for traveling. It's crazy. And so I love it. It fits perfectly. And so that's all I'm taking with me when I go. And so one of the places that I'm going when I'm traveling is I'm going down to Chile. I'm going down to Pucón, but from Pucón, I'm actually going to be going to um, Argentina afterwards. And so my flight leaves Pucón, or I mean, it leaves Temuco, where we just found out the Palman store started. So my flight leaves Temuco and then goes back to Santiago. From Santiago, it flies to Buenos Aires. And then the same day from Buenos Aires, I fly to Puerto Iguazu. And so I'm going to play you a quick video of the Iguazu Falls where I'm going, kind of the whole reason why I'm going there. Visit the Iguazu Falls. So the actual Iguazu Falls Park is a park that is there in Puerto Iguazu. And so in Puerto Iguazu, you go to the park for the day, and it's kind of like the whole day trip is kind of scheduled. So there's like hiking. You can go down to the lower falls, which take you down to the bottom of the falls down there, and then you can go to the upper falls, um, which the upper falls and the day park, you see all these animals, birds, monkeys, toucans, different kind of stuff there. And I don't want to play their audio because I don't know if that would come up as a copyright, but that is it right there. This fall spot is called La Garganta, La Garganta de Diabla, the throat of the devil. And then so here's like the videos from the lower falls, kind of like where I'm going to be going. So part of it, part of being in Iguazu. So then here is the other parts of the area. Is part of being there is obviously staying in the city. And so this is like I think the little oh, that's Paraguay. That's when they cross over. They crossed over to Paraguay. Okay. So anyways, so one of the I have to do is I actually have to book a place to stay. And since I'm traveling solo, to Puerto Iguazu, I'm just gonna go ahead and plan to stay at a hostel. So I thought I'd pull this up for some of you guys who maybe have never traveled overseas before, never been to South America, Central America, and you're always like, well, there are Airbnbs. It's dope to have an Airbnb. It's cool when you got a group of people and you want to and you want to have a place to, to yourself, secure things like that. But if you're traveling solo, I have felt and learned over time that it's always best to just stay in a hostel. Now, I will tell you, when looking at the screen, I do have private rooms selected because when I travel, I mean, I'm just at the age now, I'm 30 some years old. Like, I'm not trying to stay in a dorm. If I was trying to save money for real, sure, I'd stay in a dorm and, grab a bunk. But I don't. I'm too comfortable in with my only my I'm comfortable only by myself inside of a bedroom. I don't like the thought of other people, even hearing me sleep at all. So I did select private rooms, and I am there for 2 days. So what I'm gonna do is, for those of you who've never been on Hostel World, I just am gonna go ahead and go through here, look at a couple of the options, and make a decision. Either based around economics, based on what the kind of offering, and maybe on what the chat is talking about. So the idea is here that in the future, when I'm doing like a live while traveling, sometimes I don't even like to book stuff in advance. Like I just like to kind of go. And so it'd be kind of fun to get on here and see what the chat thinks or whatever. But for now, just going to check out a couple of these options. So again, this is in Puerto Iguazu, Argentina. Like I said, I am planning on being there to go to the falls, and so the okay, so this picture does not look cracking. I need to know if that's a shared or private. Let's see if it says it. See, there's some of the pictures that once you get, like, obviously this one is one they took to show you what it looks like, but you got to get some of these pictures of what it actually looks like. There you go, right there. As long as there's an air conditioning above the bed, it's livable for sure. That's actually not bad, to be honest. Trying to go back. There we go. Let me go here. So again, I'm just the Toucan Hostel. That's what it's called. So again, I'm just on here looking through kind of some of the options. So it looks like the only privates available. So these are all mixed dorms. The only private room available is this one right here, but it has a shared bathroom. And so usually whenever something has its own bathroom, it'll say en suite, which for me, I kind of would rather have something with a bathroom in there. I don't mind sharing a bathroom, but then you just right back to the idea that, you know what I mean? Like you got to shower people, do different things. So let's see here. And please, if you just join us, this is just I'm just going to be ending the stream here soon. I just came on and was talking about the volcano eruption at over at Fuego the other day and kind of the aftermath of that. I talked about Horst Paulman, who passed away in Chile. Let's see here. Okay, so standard double private with shared bathroom. It looks like everything in Puerto Iguazu might have a shared bathroom, which kind of sucks. Someone's 42, private, sleeps 2. Let's see what pictures look like. Oh, okay, I got a pool. All right, let's see. And one of the reasons why, like, I like staying in hostels, especially if you're backpacking, if you're traveling around. Number one, it's affordable. Number two, when you're in the area and you're like looking for things to do, the hostels have a lot of excursions. They got a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of people traveling from different areas that are also there for the exact same reason. They are there to meet people, to travel, to take excursions. So let's see. This one looks kind of hippie, huh? Yeah. See, the one thing I'm not doing is sleeping in a bunk bed. But let's see what their private. Oh, look at this. So we got a standard double bed, private in suite. Okay. Bathroom is private. That's their picture. It does that. Nice. Kind of a cool courtyard area too. Like that's one thing I saw about that one. All right, so I kind of like this one. Let me see. Let's see what, and I'm only there for 2 nights. So let's see what they don't even have a picture of the deluxe double. That one seems kind of cool. So let's see about that. So that would be 73.22. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh. And we'll check like one more. Let's see. So it kind of seems like a lot of them have a very similar kind of theme. I'm not gonna lie, this one looks pretty cool right there too. And again, this is just I'm literally gonna be staying in one of these. So whatever I pick, this is gonna be where I'm gonna be streaming from also, which is kind of fun. I thought that would be a fun part of this. I'm just on here talking about traveling and planning some things. I kind of don't like that these pictures are all like the stage photos. It kind of looks like we're getting now kind of a little bit lower in the quality of the development of the places. And the thing about me is because I do build for a living, like when I look at stuff, I'm like, ugh, that doesn't really look like it was put together very well. I don't know if I'm gonna try to stay there. So let's look at these ones to see if you all. This one has more of like a bath. Their pool is like a bath in there. That's wild. Let me see. I'll check one more. If not, I think I'm gonna stick with the. Wait, why is the host one on there? Oh, featured. That's not the one I put in the cart. What the heck is the beer hotel? You see this? See, this is the fun part about traveling was that you get to find out. Wow. Okay. Look at this. This is kind of lit. I don't know, guys. I might have to stay at the beer hotel. What the heck? Oh yeah. I don't know, guys. I think. What do you think? I think I should stay at the beer hotel and do a video from here because I feel like they're kind of the more up to date. Like they probably this pool area is sick. Like that's dope. I don't know. What's the rate on these ones? Let's see. So the Beer Hotel Iguazu. Beer Hotel Iguazu. In the check-in, guests receive complimentary beer from a lobby. On site, both hotel guests and brewery visitors can partake in various beer-related activity, including games of beer pong and tours of the property. The hotel also offers special beer pairings with every meal in the on-site restaurant. Walkthroughs of the brewing facility with special tastings and spa treatments that include a hot face mask and malted barley massage. Oh shit, I might have to get a barley massage. Okay, so okay, look, we got a superior twin room, private en suite. So twin room usually there's two twin beds. Huh. Okay. What does that come out to? 118 compared to 73 versus having a restaurant, a brewery on site versus having to go buy beers or drink somewhere else or whatever because I'm only there for 2 nights. Huh. Okay. Let's see if it was. Oh, here's what we should do. We should look up if there's anybody who has been to the beer hotel in Iguazu. That's a good idea. of the beer hotel. Let's check it out. I think it's in Spanish, so let me close caption. Here we go. I'm going to translate it in English. We're going to review. It looks dope to me. This place used to be called Hostel. It's in the perfect place to stay for your experience. The guys at the reception will greet you with the biggest welcome and biggest smile. Genuinely, this is clearly AI, and they're just reading some stuff. That's it. This sucks. So there's actually not a review of the place. It's just some pictures that someone has from the city, and it's just reading whatever they say. Okay, let me see.
Buenas.
Okay, so this guy is gonna give us a real view. All right, and this is the thing about down south, man. Some of the guys they just like taking shirts off. It's annoying, but whatever. All right, closed caption. Closed caption. So this clearly seems like he's an influencer. Let's subscribe to his channel. Hey, in a new video today, I'm going to tell you what this Bill Hotel Holly is. Let's tour it, but first I'm gonna have a splash. Okay, so there's the pool. That's what it looks like. There could be nobody there when I stay there too. I'm staying there like on a Tuesday and Wednesday night, but whatever. This looks pretty cool. So it look just like the pictures look, and this video was put up 2 years ago. It's probably a little bit more faded. In truth, that this is the experience of staying here at the Beer Hotel Hollywood was incredible. This video is not sponsored by the company. Subscribe to the channel. And I'm also going to leave a referral link where you can send a direct message. Okay, get to the. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to see. I kind of want to see what it looks like when you're walking around the place. So this is where I'm deciding if I'm going to stay here when I go to Puerto Iguazu. If you're just coming in here, please participate in the chat, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. But I'm actually going to Puerto Iguazu in a couple weeks, and so I'm looking for a hostel to stay. So we're watching a review of the Beer Hotel in Iguazu, and I'm seeing if I should stay there. Kind of not looking like it from this picture. Clearly, this is the kitchen area where anyone could cook. But I mean, if this is what the cooking is like, not really. Oh, that's really important. I got to remember my Chilean power. Got to have the right outlet. That's what it looks like to plug in. Yeah, I don't think he even liked this place. So let's look at this. Let's do best Iguazu. See what comes up. The best hotels in Iguazu.
Video, we will take a look at the 5 best hotels in the description for the best prices for each of these hotels. Make sure to check them out. At number 5, we have Gran Melia Iguazu. Gran Melia Iguazu is a fantastic choice for anyone looking to enjoy a luxurious getaway.
I'm not staying in any of these. These are all the greatest hotels. I hate that. I don't want to stay in a place like that. I want to be with other travelers. So let's see. Because Iguazu is actually where Brazil and Argentina meet up. So let's see here. All right, so not a lot to actually go through. So that actually might be something to consider. I can go and look at all the hostels and like tour them. I mean, I got a whole night there that I'm not doing anything. You can just kind of go bounce around and see, maybe plan for one night somewhere and go see somewhere else. I don't know. Like, let's see what this one. Let's see where she stayed.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Espero que súper bien. Yo soy Jen, estoy en Puerto.
Okay, so I'm Jen in Puerto Iguazu on the Argentina side, and I want to show you a lodging option that I'm sure is going to interest a lot of us. And imagine when I tell you this is one to see here. So they must have let her stay there for free. Soy Jen. What's up, Jen? I'm going to subscribe to you. I like Jen. She got dimples, dimple gang. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. All right, so let's see where she's taking us. I don't know if I've seen this one anywhere. On a backpacker budget, this is going to be an excellent. Okay, so it's just a basic ass hostel that she's at. That's what's up, Jen. You got a view out of me, and she got a new subscriber. Please subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I'm just trying to. There's not much on the hostels in Iguazu. Like, that's the crazy part. Let's check out Hostel Park Iguazu. So I guess I should do some content on this. Sure. So let's get it. That's what hostels look like, bro. Hostels look like when you be traveling. Back again. Let's see. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's interesting what makes these videos. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so that one was Hotel Barato. So that's where Jen was staying at. That was the same one Jen did. Did she do another one?
Mostrarles.
Oh, she went to a whole nother house. So she's just doing them all over. Okay, what's up, Jen?
Atrás de el terminal de buses,
Where's
que como ya
Jen
les he
from?
comentado en otros, donde van a poder hacer todos los recorridos que quieran
gonna
cuando
find
estén
Jen.
acá en Iguazú. Oigan, está haciendo un calor de verdad impresionante, o sea, no soy capaz de mantener el cabello suelto, pero eso no va a impedir que les muestre. Esta es la tercera ya, 1, 2, 3, la cuarta opción de acá en Iguazú, en el lado de Argentina. Acá acabamos de llegar, esta ya es la última noche que.
I like that. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. That was an hour. Didn't get to all the fun stuff I wanted to do, but I'll get to them later. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Real quickly, before I end the stream, just a fun thing new. My homie DJ is a producer. He goes by the production tag Basshead. And so he has a couple of slaps up on his page right now. We're going to listen to him, and I'm going to go ahead and react in real time and put down on there. So I encourage you to please go follow him. It's at by Bijan, and leave what slap sounds the best to you. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to this real quick. We're gonna check this out. Leave me a comment in the chat. Tell me which one you like the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you do music, please go follow by Bijan. And be sure to comment which one you like the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I start a freestyle over this? Nah. All right, so that was 1. Let's hear 2. Ooh, I like that. I've been messing with Bijan, talking about I'm gonna do a sugar freestyle rap one day. I'll be like, "Here, you little girl, come play with me." I'm just kidding. Okay, number 3. Okay, this one got that like. Oh yeah, this is one that more like almost like Jay Style. I hear Jay Style coming down this way. This is number 3. I like number 3 so far. So far, number 3 is my favorite. Again, it's at by and check them out. All these I think are available. Tagline, Basshead. All right, so I like 3 so far. Okay, here's number 4. It's a little funky. Basshead. All right. one got a vibe. Okay. Lucky though. All right, so that was number 4. Here's number 5. Woo! This sounds cold. Okay. Oh yeah, I like this one. Jeez, between 3 and 5 for me. 3 and 5. I was thinking about when the song comes on, which one am I riding around to more? Okay, I think I'm gonna go number 5. I like number 5. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. That was fun, you guys. Just wanted to get on here and test out the new camera, and encourage you guys to once again remember it's not a bad life. No, it's una mala vida. Please share, like, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys. Until next time. No, it's una mala